Previous presidents told us to go to war over WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, that did not exist. Now it's the same playbook, except we're told that drugs are the WMDs. This is about
Okay, so this man is a representative of Thomas Massive, Republican Kentucky, and what is he saying?
regime change. Mr. Speaker, James Madison warned us that in no part of the Constitution is more wisdom to be found than in the clause which confides the question
This is what he said in December of 17, Thomas Massey again.
of war and peace to the legislature and not the executive. Madison called it the crown jewel of Congress. The framers understood a simple truth. To the extent that war-making power devolves to one person, liberty
All right, this war happened. He turns on Trump over the Venezuela and powerful speech. Listen.
dissolves. If the president believes military action against Venezuela is justified and needed, he should make the case and Congress should vote before American lives and treasure are spent on regime change in South.
This video is before the capture on the New Year after 2026, 2025 in 2026 initial dates. This is the December video of 2025.
America. Let's be honest about likely outcomes. Do we truly believe that Nicolas Maduro will be replaced by a modern-day George Washington? How did that work out? In Cuba, Libya, Iraq, or Syria?
Listening, there's something happened if you know about it.
Previous presidents told us to go to war over WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, that did not exist. Now it's the same playbook.
WMD is a weapons of mass destruction. They are making that kind of thing. That's why we captured them.
Except we're told that drugs are the WMDs. If it were about drugs, we'd bomb Mexico or China or Colombia. And the
He's saying Mexico, China, and Colombia. These three countries do the very high drug imports into our US economy. So we bomb China, we bomb Colombia, we bomb Mexico. Why do bomb Venezuela in the case of the drug things? Because he is the low in a power.
president would not have pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez. This is about oil and regime change. And when it comes to regime change, we've already been down this road with Venezuela with nothing.
Yes, we want to do the regime change and the oil. First of all, the oil. You saw the meme about Didi giving baby oil to the president of the Venezuela.
Nothing to show for it. In 2019, we recognized Juan Guaido. We seized their embassy here in D.C. We were told that regime change was imminent. Years later, Maduro remains in power.
Yes, Maduro is obviously the president right now until something happened in the today's situation. I'm talking about the January 2026.
Today, we're told to place our hopes in other exiled figures. Edmundo Gonzalez and Maria Corina Machado. I wish them well, I do. But Congress should not express moral sympathy
All right, you see, this is something red thing. Do you know about this thing? Comment down.
in the form of a blank check for military escalation and American lives. And let's take a moment to acknowledge the contradiction at the heart of this policy. This administration tells us that the Maduro regime
You see, this is some a real thing he is talking about. If you understand things, thing, you have something big in your hands. You understand?
is made up of narco-terrorists, and by escalating toward war, we would predictably create countless refugees.
Hundreds of refugees from the Venezuela. This is going to happen. No one can hide this thing.
At the same time, this administration has moved to end temporary protected status for hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans and deports them back to the very regime it condemns.
All right, this is the condition we are all talking about. If you have anything in this thing, let me know.
So which is it? Are we prepared to receive swarms of the 25 million Venezuelans who will likely become refugees and
25 million of Venezuelans likely become the refugee. Do you think so? US is ready for this type of things?
billions in American treasure that will be used to destroy and inevitably rebuild that nation? Do we want a miniature Afghanistan in the Western Hemisphere?
What he stated is so good. He said miniature Afghanistan in this thing.
If that costs
But dude, this thing happened. They bombed the Venezuela. You see,
is acceptable to this Congress, then we should vote on it as a voice of the people and in accordance with our Constitution. And yet today, here we aren't even voting on whether to declare war or authorize the use of military
So voting is the main thing, and we're doing for something else. We're not doing for something else. These things are some hard things to absorb in yourself.
force. All we're voting on is a war powers resolution that strengthens the fabric of our republic by reasserting the plain and simple language in the Constitution that Congress must decide questions of war. I urge support.
What is, what are you in the favor of? Which person? Are you in the favor of Trump taking Venezuela in his hands or doing these things, or total opposite? Let me know, and why. What are the consequences you think gonna happen? Why is the thing that you think that way?
For this resolution, and I yield back.
Gentleman, time had expired. The
This is the thing that happened. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section.